From dual wielding to the return of Sergeant Johnson, we have a lot to talk about. What's up, Crows? Scarecrow here with Abstract Gaming, bringing you another Halo Infinite related video today, guys. In this one, we are kind of doing a what should Halo Infinite bring back from the previous games to make Halo Infinite just a whole bunch of nostalgia. So the first one is dual wielding. So imagine it's June the 10th at the Microsoft E3 conference. We see the iconic 343 Studios icon, and then all of a sudden we see Master Chief with two Needlers or two SMGs, and just how ecstatic the crowd would be. Because honestly, I don't know why they got rid of this system. It was, if you go back and you look at Halo 2, it was like one of the selling points for Halo 2. It was like, oh my goodness, dual wielding. And honestly, I believe if they were to do the same thing with Halo Infinite and show something at E3 related to dual wielding, everybody's just going to flip out and it's just going to blow up and everybody's going to be super excited for it. Even though dual wielding was such a minor feature, it still had such a big impact, and I can only imagine how great it would be to see it come back. I know seeing that Storm Rifle / SMG combo just absolutely destroyed everyone. The next one is Brutes. So a lot of people have talked about Return of the Flood, which I as well have talked about that, but also I kind of missed the Brutes. They were just a powerhouse that I really miss, and to see their evolution from Halo 2 to Halo 3, and then just to see them to be completely removed, I think was a misstep, and I would love to see them brought back. They were, like I said, such a powerhouse. Just when they go into the strong mode, the rage, you better watch out because they're just insane, and I would love to see them return. They added a nice variety to the enemies. Imagine you're fighting elites. You know, they're smart, tough, they kind of work in a unit, and then you fight a Promethean, someone who's like really advanced. They have all this technology, and then you fight this very barbaric, ape-like creature that just rages and just takes you on head on. Like, it looks insane. And you look at the comparisons between the Brutes and Master Chief, they're absolutely massive. Love to see the return of the Brutes. Third is the Falcon. Now, I think this is kind of a overlooked vehicle. I know a lot of people like it, but honestly, I don't see why more people do not talk about it. Because compared to the Hornet from Halo 3, and Halo 3 being my favorite Halo, the Falcon was better than that vehicle in every way. The side players could have turrets, and it just aesthetically looked more pleasing than the Hornet. The Hornet had some kind of weird indented blades that made it fly, to where the Falcon had the outside fans that looked much better, honestly. And I remember playing Invasion and getting in the Falcon and flying up to Spire, and oh man, such great memories. And honestly, I didn't think of any great memories with the Hornet besides taking on Scarabs in the campaign. So I would love to see the Falcon return. Honestly, no other vehicle compares to it. Fourth is a better theater mode. I was going through playing Halo 5, and I put off this sit play, and I was like, oh man, I have to go back and record it. I forgot to hit record on my Elgato, and I went to theater mode, and it just looked wonky. Like, the kills I were getting, my aimer wasn't even on them for some reason. Also, I would love to see the return. Halo 3, you could go back and watch theater with your friends. And honestly, it made the films much better. Oh man, did you see that double kill, that triple kill, that overkill? Did you see that cool no-scope I got on the guy man cannon? Yeah, dude, that's so cool. You dropped 50 kills this game in a Team Slayer? You must be insane. And honestly, Halo 3 was somewhat of a basic theater, but honestly, we don't need something too extravagant. A basic theater that just allows you to go and rewatch your awesome plays is all we need. Fifth is a more simple Forge mode. I was trying to create a map on the Halo 5 Forge mode. It was just way too complicated. Like, yes, I could practice and practice and practice to build a map, but I would rather just have a simple mode versus an expert mode. If you want to go more in depth, then you can go and play the more expert mode. But if you just want to, like, okay, this map is fun, but it wouldn't be good for MLG because there's a sniper in both bases, I'm going to hop into Simple Forge, make the sniper spawn in the middle, and that kind of balances it out. Just something very simple, similar to what we see in Halo 3, Reach, 4. Just go in, drop in the items. You know, you can still build walls and floors and stuff like you could in those games, but just not this huge advanced. I have no idea which button to press. I have to look up a tutorial of how to work everything that we see in Halo 5. I think Halo 5's Forge is absolutely fantastic, and people are coming up with such great ideas in the creation mode, but it's just too. There's a skill ceiling for the Forge. It makes no sense. Sixth is Scarab fights. I actually forgot that it's been since like 2007 since we actually fought a Scarab, which technically I think you fight one in Reach, but you actually don't fight it. It was all in a cutscene. But that was one of the funnest things, Halo 2. Fight the Scarab. You know, you don't actually destroy it like you do in Halo 3. You actually kill the enemies. But still, it was such a crazy moment just seeing that Scarab for the first time, jumping on it, and you're riding on it. But then in Halo 3, you're actually taking on 2 at a time at one point, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was somewhat of like a boss fight, even. You had to take out these 2 Scarabs. It's somewhat linear, but somewhat open too. You got this somewhat decent battle arena with Hornets and Taints and Warthogs. You got Banshees flying, Phantoms and everything, and it was absolutely fantastic. I can only imagine what a Scarab fight would be like in Halo Infinite, especially if it is going to hold to the rumors of it being open world. Imagine fighting a Scarab and it's like in this massive area, climbing over mountains and all this stuff, maybe in some lakes or something. It would be fantastic, and I can only imagine of how awesome it would be to fight it in such a large sandbox. Now, one before last here is Reach's vehicle system. And the reason I bring up the Reach's vehicle system is because, honestly, the vehicles felt more grounded. You hit a ramp, it actually felt like it took still. Like, it didn't feel like you was hovering like you see in like some of the older Halos like Halo 2, Halo 3, which I do love the driving and everything. But Halo Reach, man, it just figured out some kind of driving system that needs to return. Like I said, everything just felt right. It felt like if I was to tip my aimer to the right, it would actually go that way. Or if I hit a ramp, I would go the distance that it felt like I should. Like, okay, I didn't have much speed. That made sense. Okay, I had a lot of speed. I ramped very far. And then all that just made sense. And for some reason, Halo 4 and Halo 5 kind of dialed it back, which Halo 5 isn't terrible. I would just love to see the Halo Reach driving return. Lastly is introduce new NPC friends. I did kind of say the return of Johnson. I don't necessarily mean the same Johnson that we had in Halo 1, 2, and 3, but maybe his son is somewhere in the army. Maybe just some kind of new NPC friend that we don't actually play with, like you see in Blue Team or Fireteam Osiris, that we just interact with, have some comedic moments, kind of just someone to talk to. Allowed Chief to be this like robotic character who just delivers these one-shot lines of like giving the Covenant back their bomb or something cool like that, and just have these comedic humans to kind of lively things up. And honestly, I thought it was a great contrast to see that in the old Halos. I would love to see that return. Cortana was somewhat that, but you see in Halo 4, Chief was totally different characteristically than he was in the previous games. Previous games, he's delivering those awesome one-hitters, and then all of a sudden in Halo 4 is like don't worry, we're going to find you some help and this somewhat more human, which is fine. You do have to have character growth, but I think they kind of took too big of a step at once, and we kind of need to dial it back and maybe see a better progression. But guys, let me know, what would you like to see return into Halo Infinite, or if you have a new feature idea that has not been seen yet in Halo. I'd love to know down in the comments below. I love chatting with each and every one of you. I try to reply to everyone, so comment down below what you think you would really want to see in Halo Infinite. But guys, I think this would be the perfect time to end the video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Hit that share button and share with your friends if they're into Halo or other discussion videos. Also, make sure to turn on the bell so you can be one of the first ones to know exactly when we upload. Like always, guys, like always, God bless, and don't forget to like.